What's up everybody, I am Brian, this is my gecko lab, and this right here is the Thrive Crescent Vertical Terrarium. You guys have seen it before in a couple of my videos. In fact, my last video, I set this cage up and moved my entire morning gecko colony into it. I filmed that yesterday, and today I'm going to tell you why I've got big problems with this cage. As I said, I just recently moved my entire morning gecko colony, all my adult breeders, into this cage thinking it's beautiful, it looks good, nice display tank. Morning geckos are good display animals. This is where they're gonna live. In the video, you watched me put 32 adult morning geckos into this cage. Now, that, like I said, that was yesterday for me. I came into work today, came down to get to work. I was gonna put today's hatchlings away. And when I got down, I looked around and there was a morning gecko stuck to the outside of the glass sitting right here. Just an adult morning gecko sitting there, and I thought, oh man, I messed up yesterday when I was putting the morning geckos in. One of them got out. I didn't notice. I was putting them all in and it jumped out the side, and thankfully it came back to where its cage is and it sat right there on the glass, and look at how lucky I am. So foolish of me. Brian, you're an idiot. You're lucky you found this gecko. And then I saw up here at the top a couple little tails hanging down, some little morning gecko tails just peeking out on the outside of the glass, and it hit me. They can get out of this cage. I had no idea yesterday when I put them in here that they could escape, and I figured out what the problem was. Right here, there is a hole, like a crevice above where the glass is. You can see my finger goes in there. This crevice above where the glass sits, and when the glass closes, the crevice is actually wider. Like if the crevice is this wide and the glass is like this, they can actually go up into the crevice, around the top of the glass, and back down the outside. I had no idea when I put them in here yesterday that they'd be able to do that. I didn't notice this crevice. I didn't notice it was a big enough gap for them to get out of. But lo and behold, they can escape. So I immediately this morning, I got a big deli cup and I took all my morning geckos out of here, made sure I got everyone that was in here out. I'm pretty dang sure I got them all. I don't see any more. So the good news, I caught this on the first day. I saw one sitting on the outside of the glass, and it, we quickly got them out of there. The bad news, I put 32 morning geckos in this cage yesterday. When I emptied it out this morning, I had 24 left. 8 morning geckos escaped from this cage and got out. 9 actually, because one of those 24 was the guy on the outside of the glass. 9 morning geckos escaped overnight. They got out of this cage. Since then, I went around the facility here and looked around. I did find 2 of them under the cage that was sitting on something, so there was a gap under this cage. They got under there. There was a couple under there. There was one on a wall nearby, and there was one on a wall behind, like a fold-up table that was leaned up against the wall. He was behind there. So I did end up in various places. I have found 5 of them. So I still have 4 morning geckos on the loose that I don't know where they are. They're just loose in the facility. Who knows if I'm ever gonna see them again. I assume that I will probably find 1 or 2 more at some point walking around stuck to a wall, stuck to the back of a crested gecko cage, something. And I assume there's a couple that I'm never gonna see again. They'll disappear, and I just probably won't ever find them. So that is monumentally disappointing, but I had to make this video to let you guys know. Huge red flag with this cage. I've been through it a million times. I've listed all the pros of this cage, how good it looks, the cons, the background, the lid, all of this. We've gone through it ad nauseum at this point. And now I've got to do another video about this and throw up a giant red flag for you guys and say, hey, don't buy this cage if you're putting anything remotely small in here. This crevice, like I imagine if you had any small gecko, anything smaller than like 4 inches in length, anything smaller than like a half-grown crested gecko, I wouldn't even risk it. Good cage for bigger geckos. Do not use it for smaller geckos. It is dangerous. Small snakes. I could see somebody using this for a hatchling green tree python or Amazon tree boa, something like that. I would not be surprised if they could wiggle their way out of there. So small animals, do not use this cage. Big red flag. Stay away from it. And I had to let you guys know. So I think that's all I've got for today. I wanted to give you that story. I wanted to let you know, hopefully, cross your fingers, I can find 4 more morning geckos running around. I'm looking at the walls, I don't see any. Maybe there's one behind this sign. Nope, not there. It was worth a try. Up there, behind this one. How cool would this be if I find one just chilling on the video? Nothing. Nothing, not there. I'll keep looking. We might find them behind a picture frame or something. Fingers crossed for me that I'll be able to find a couple more of these guys. Otherwise, you know, that's the deal with this cage. Just use with caution. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. As always, Brian, altitudeexotics.com. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon. Hopefully with better news and a more fun video.